Hello, everybody. This is Alberto Kennedy, aka Grimoire. Um, this video is going to be talking about my occult principles curriculum regarding my mentorship services. The occult principles curriculum, it can be purchased on my website. This curriculum is a 3-month curriculum, and it's $150. Now, in this curriculum, it's precisely that. It's going to be talking about occult principles and the development of your ability to work in the occult field. Most of my curriculums, I will have essays be a part of it. I need you to write down your findings. I need you to answer questions, and I need you to get a good look at your agendas. Why are you taking the curriculum? What is it that you wish to achieve? These essays are important because it's going to basically prep your mind and your spirit so you are ready to undergo the work that's going to entail and that you're prepared, you know? In this curriculum, it starts with shadow work, working on you. And it's a ritual that's going to help you get in contact with who you are. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is that when you wake up in the morning, are you the same person in terms of your attitude, your energy level, that you are, let's say, when you come home from work? Things have changed. You've changed. You're not the same person that just woke up. A lot of stuff has happened, right? The day happened. Well, let's get deeper with that. When you go to work, there's a persona that you don, and that may be your title at your job. Are you the same person at home? The persona that you are at home? No, because when you're at home, you're more relaxed, there's more casual. You're safer, it's your environment. When you are in another environment, there are certain expectations that are different from the expectations that you have in your home environment. So you tailor aspects of yourself to adapt to a different environment. We all do it. It doesn't mean that you're inauthentic. It just basically means that you're adapting to expectations in a new environment. Well, living your life, you'll notice that you have to become many different things. There's many different personas that you put on, that you have to do in order to survive in this physical material world. Well, shadow work gets you to understand what is the persona or personae, many personas, that you have and that you have been, and who you are underneath all of that, the real you. I call it actor's disease. Why? Because actors always have to become different characters for different roles and different films or different television series or different shows. Even on stage, if they're stage actors, they have to become a completely different person, you know, which is astounding of itself. That's a skill. But after a while, the lines blur and you forget you're not this character. You are you, you know? And when you become a character and when you forget who you really are, you get stuck in a character, you make decisions based on what that character that you're playing would do, which may be completely different to what you would do, you know? Therein lies a problem, and that's ego. We become different people for different situations. But in the process of becoming all those personas, we forget who we are. Shadow work gets to the bottom of who are you? and which is important if you're going to embark on any occult endeavors. You need to have a firm down foundation of who you are. Um, Higher power. I get you in contact with the higher power. I could never tell you what a higher power is for you. That's a sacred and seriously important and personal connection that you have to make for you. In occult work, you need a higher power. You need to not only just work with the higher power, but you have to connect with that higher power. So you have to select a higher power and bond with that higher power, develop a rapport, become one with that higher power. And I give experiments on how you can do that. Experiments are practices. Um, I call it experiments because you're not going to just practice it. It's an experiment. You have to do it, then write down your findings. You have to do it, then write down your findings. I'm sorry, but my screen went off. Okay, so higher power is extremely important. Closing and opening portals, magical portals, portals, occult portals, interdimensional portals, whatever you want to call it, but they're spiritual doorways. When you work magic, you open them. I always begin by closing portals and then opening. You don't know what portals already have been opened. You don't know what portals have been opened and stayed that way. That shouldn't be. Portals are always around people, places, and things. I teach you how to close them and then open the portals that you want opened. This also makes it good for manifestation, and it also purges your environment and makes sure the only power in your environment is yours. All right. Um, let's see. That was closing, and opening portals. Okay. Um, Self-initiation. Transformation first. Spiritual transformation. When you're working magic, you have to prime your body for it, for the energies you'll be receiving, for the energies and entities you'll be receiving and working with. That transforms you because you won't be able to see things the way you used to see them because you'll be different. And you'll notice that with these experiments, you're going to see things differently. You're going to feel things differently, which is okay. You're expanding. You're evolving. Self-initiation cements that, and it opens the way for more growth spiritually and magically. More connection with the ancestors, with your higher power, with the other side, the spirit world, or other dimensions. Magic is not just specific to this plane of existence. Magic is multidimensional. Magic is not only multidimensional energy, but also the controlling or working with that energy. Self-initiation is important for that because when you initiate, you are showing the ancestors, your higher power, that you are ready to commit to a path of magic. Self-initiation is because you are a solitary practitioner. This is for initiation for solitary practitioners of magic or the occult. When you are part of a coven, when you are part of a hierarchy, a group, a lodge, or whatever, a school of magic or a tradition of any sort, you will be initiated through the grades that tradition has, through the hierarchy or that tradition has. When you are a solitary practitioner, you initiate yourself, and the ancestors, your higher power, the elementals, and magic itself is your witness. I also teach about sympathetic magic, incantation magic, invocation magic. I talk about them in depth. And any type of magical practice, no matter what tradition you hail from, is composed. The magic itself, at least in the physical material world, since time began till now, is composed of sympathetic magic, incantation magic, invocation magic. And I go into detail about that. I'm not going to detail, this is just the overview. I'm not going into too much detail about the experiments that I have in here, because that's what is being paid for through the curriculum. It's $150. And that's the meat and potatoes of the curriculum. On top of the books that you'll be getting for the curriculum, which is the Book of Banishings and Necrosophia, Wisdom of the Dead. Which those practices and those meditations do have to be done as well. Keep in mind, the experiments or the practices, they have to be done more than once. Doing something one time is not going to develop your abilities. It's not. Doing them over and over again, and then tracking your results. Write down when you're writing down your results, write down how you felt before, what you felt and what you thought during, what you felt and what you thought after. And when you do those experiments, you can see a progress, a progression. That's important. I also talk about transmutation. And I give you formulas, and I give you experiments. Transmutation is key to any type of magic or occult practice. And it's an ancient, not system, but ancient practice that's not really taught. And I'm giving it to you in this curriculum. Conjuration and abjuration. To break that down, it sounds all highfalutin, but really it's invocation, invoking, and banishing. I talk about that, and I give you experiments on how to do that. Then I talk about sigils, talismans, and wards. How to make them, what to do with them, and what they're for. That's the meat and potatoes of my curriculum for occult principles. And should you purchase my mentorship services for occult principles, on top of the books that I'll be sending you, I'll send you the syllabus that has this curriculum and the practices that I go in depth in the syllabus, so you can see that can be worked in tandem with the books that you have received as well. This is just a brief overview for those who are thinking about taking my mentorship services, what to expect. I'm just trying to bring light to dark places. And with these curriculums that I have, you will too. All right, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Let's all bring light to dark places. All right, bye.